You look at the rich, the powerful, the ones who seem to have everything, the cars, the houses, the fame. You see their smiles on social media, the confidence, the luxury, and you think that's the dream. That's what I want. But let me tell you something that most people never say out loud. Most of these successful people are miserable. Deeply, painfully miserable. They have everything the world told them to chase, yet inside they feel empty because they won the wrong game. From the time we're kids, we're programmed to believe that success equals happiness. Get the money, get the body, get the car, get the followers. Then you'll finally feel good about yourself. Then you'll finally be enough. But that's the biggest lie you've ever been told. Because the truth is, success doesn't fill the hole inside you. It just hides it for a while. Until one day when the applause fades and the noise dies down, you're left alone with yourself. And that's when the pain hits hardest. You can't buy your way out of emptiness. You can't impress your way into peace. You can't collect enough trophies to silence the voice in your head that says, "I'm still not enough." That's why so many rich and famous people spiral into depression, addiction, or worse, because they thought achievement would bring meaning. But meaning and achievement are not the same thing. Let's be real. The world doesn't actually want you to be happy. It wants you to be productive. It wants you to chase endlessly, to keep climbing, keep spending, keep competing. Society sells you an image of success, but never fulfillment. Because fulfilled people don't buy things they don't need. They don't crave validation. They don't live to prove something. And if everyone became fulfilled, the system would collapse. So instead, we're trained to keep running on the hamster wheel, believing happiness is just one more milestone away. But the truth is brutal. External success will never heal internal pain. You can change your environment, but if your mind is sick, the view won't matter. You'll just be miserable in a better place. That's why you see celebrities breaking down, influencers pretending to smile, millionaires escaping through substances. They got everything they wanted, but they lost themselves in the process. You think having millions of followers means love? It doesn't. It means attention. And attention is not love. Attention is temporary. Love is real connection. Something you can't get through a screen. You think driving a sports car makes you confident? No, it just hides your insecurity for a few minutes. You think status makes you free? No, it traps you deeper. Now you're a prisoner of your own image. You can't be honest, you can't be real, because people expect perfection. The higher you climb, the lonelier it gets. Most people chasing success don't even know what they truly want. They just copy someone else's dream. They look at what's popular, what gets applause, and they run toward it blindly. But when they finally get there, they realize it wasn't their dream. It was just someone else's highlight reel. And that's why they're miserable. Because they were never chasing purpose. They were chasing approval. If your only goal in life is to prove your worth to others, you'll never stop feeling worthless. Because external validation is a drug. It gives you a quick high, but it never lasts. And like every addict, you'll need more and more of it to feel alive. But no amount of likes, money, or recognition can give you the peace that comes from self-respect. And self-respect doesn't come from what you have. It comes from who you are when no one's watching. Success exposes you. It doesn't change you. It amplifies you. If you're empty, success will make you emptier. If you're insecure, success will magnify it. If you're lost, success will push you further away from yourself. Because when you finally have everything you thought would make you happy, and you still feel miserable, you realize the truth. Happiness was never hiding there. It was never about the car or the house or the fame. It was always about the relationship you have with yourself. The saddest thing is, most people don't realize this until it's too late. They spend years sacrificing their health, their peace, their relationships, chasing a dream that turns into a nightmare. They burn out. They crash. And then they ask, why do I feel so lost? Because you built a life that looks good from the outside but feels hollow inside. You achieved everything except peace. You became successful in the eyes of others, but a stranger to yourself. We live in a world where everyone wants to look happy, not be happy. Where people smile for the camera, then cry when it's off. where people say I'm living my best life but can't sleep at night. Because the truth is, looking successful is easier than being fulfilled. You can fake confidence, you can fake happiness, you can fake perfection, but you can't fake peace. You either have it or you don't. And peace doesn't come from the things you get, it comes from what you let go of. From stopping the constant need to prove yourself, from not comparing your path to someone else's, from living by your own values, not society's script, from doing what matters, even if no one claps for it. You don't need the whole world to understand you, you just need to understand yourself. Because the moment you do, the game changes. You stop chasing and you start living. You stop pretending and you start being. You stop needing to be successful and start becoming fulfilled. Most successful people are miserable because they've built their identity on achievements. They believe their worth depends on how much they earn, how many people admire them, how much power they hold. But when life strips all of that away, who are they then? Without the titles, without the followers, without the applause? Most don't know because they've never met their real self. They only know the version that performs. Real success is the opposite of that. Real success is being able to look in the mirror and actually like the person you see. Real success is waking up without anxiety because you're not pretending anymore. Real success is having peace even when life isn't perfect, because perfection doesn't exist, and chasing it will only destroy you. You see, the goal isn't to stop achieving, it's to start understanding why you want to achieve. If your goals come from fear, fear of being nobody, fear of being forgotten, fear of being judged, then even when you win, you'll lose. But if your goals come from purpose, from love, from a desire to grow, then even when you fail, you'll win, because you'll be aligned with who you are. That's the paradox of life. The moment you stop chasing happiness, you start finding it. The moment you stop caring how others see you, you start seeing yourself clearly. The moment you stop needing to be somebody, you finally become someone real. The truth is, most people don't need more success. They need more meaning. They need to reconnect with the parts of themselves they've been running from, the child who once dreamed freely, the person who once felt alive without needing approval, the one who didn't care about being enough because they just were. Every day, the world tells you what you should want. It tells you what to wear, what to buy, what to chase. But at the end of the day, only you can decide what truly matters. And when you stop chasing illusions, you start feeling something real again. Peace, clarity, presence. That's what people are missing. Presence. The ability to actually be where you are instead of constantly thinking about where you should be. You can't enjoy the view if you're obsessed with the next mountain. You can't appreciate your progress if you're constantly comparing your chapter 1 to someone's chapter 20. You can't love your life if you're always trying to upgrade it. And you can't love yourself if you only do it conditionally when you make it. So here's the truth. If you can't find peace while you're unknown, you won't find it when you're famous. If you can't feel grateful with little, you won't feel grateful with much. If you can't love yourself when you're broke, you won't love yourself when you're rich. Because money changes your circumstances, not your character. Fame gives you a microphone, but it won't change your message. Success makes you louder, not better. That's why so many winners feel like losers inside. They've mastered the outer game, discipline, strategy, hustle, but neglected the inner one. They built empires but lost their soul. They learned how to make money but forgot how to feel alive. They conquered everything except their own mind. So what's the answer? It's simple but not easy. You have to redefine what success means to you, not what the world says, not what Instagram shows. You. What does fulfillment look like in your heart? What does peace feel like in your soul? Because if you don't define success, the world will do it for you, and you'll spend your life chasing something that was never yours. Maybe for you, success is waking up excited about your day. Maybe it's creating something that helps others. Maybe it's being the kind of person you would admire. Maybe it's just being free. Free from pretending, free from fear, free from the need to prove yourself. That's real wealth. That's real power. And the beautiful thing is, you don't have to wait for it. You can start building it now. Start by asking yourself the hard questions. Who am I when no one's watching? Why am I doing what I'm doing? Would I still want this if no one could see it? If the answer is no, you're chasing the wrong thing. Because purpose doesn't need an audience. Meaning doesn't need validation. Fulfillment doesn't need applause. The truth is, success without peace is failure. You can't call it a win if it costs you your soul. You can't call it happiness if you hate yourself inside. The world may clap for you, but your heart will stay silent, and that silence will eat you alive. So stop living for the image, stop chasing approval, stop confusing attention with love, stop measuring your worth by numbers. You're not here to be perfect, you're here to be real. You're here to grow, to evolve, to experience life deeply, not to collect meaningless trophies that will one day fade into dust. You can have ambition without attachment. You can want more without hating what you have. You can be driven and peaceful at the same time. But it starts when you stop lying to yourself, when you stop pretending that success will save you. It won't, only truth will. Most successful people are miserable because they chased everything except themselves. Don't make the same mistake. Build your life from the inside out, not the outside in. Find peace before success, because peace will teach you how to handle success when it comes. And if you lose everything tomorrow, you'll still have yourself. That's real freedom. So stop trying to be impressive. Start trying to be whole. Stop trying to be liked. Start trying to be real. Because at the end of your life, it won't matter how many people admired you. It'll matter how deeply you lived, how honestly you loved, and how true you stayed to yourself. That's the secret no one tells you. Success without peace is just another form of failure. And peace, that's the highest form of success there is.